We called it, ladies and gentlemen. So, according to Adrian Wojnarowski, I was about to lay down and take a nap. Detroit has traded Jerami Grant to Portland for a 2025 first round pick. The 2025 first round pick via Milwaukee's protected number 1 through 4, sources said. Detroit sends Grant into a $21 million exception, and Pistons now have $43 million in cap space for free agency. We thought he was going to get traded for the 7th pick. Oh my God. Great job by the Portland Trailblazers. Okay. Looks like we were overvaluing Jerami Grant, thinking that he would go for the 7th pick in this year's draft because, allegedly the draft class in this year's draft is super weak. But turns out that they were able to get him for a future protected first top 4 pick that is going to be, 3 years down the road. Okay. So it gives them 3 years. And Detroit gets themselves $43 million to go after Jalen Brunson, DeAndre Ayton, or whoever they want to go, and Colin Sexton, Tyus Jones, so many options. What a great deal. Round of applause. This is a win-win. Win-win. Smart trade by the Pistons by creating cap space and getting what they were able to get, okay? And then a smart trade by the Portland Trailblazers not to give up the 7th pick, which now they'll probably go to the wire and decide, do we draft someone at 7 if someone slips, or do they trade that 7th pick? Now they're armed with multiple more assets, and they kept themselves the trade exception. Round of applause. Detroit did a good, literally a win-win. Nobody lost in this trade, and I am actually so excited to see this, and I want to hear your guys' thoughts right now in the comment section. What do you guys think of this, and do you think anybody won or anybody lost in specifically? I think, honestly, this was a great trade for both. Nobody lost, okay? Because the Trailblazers trying to get back into contention real quick. Jerami Grant wanted to be on a contending team while also being a focal point. He'll play off of, Anthony Simons and Damian Lillard. That'll be fantastic. The team still has Josh Hart. People underrate Josh Hart all the time. And for me, I really enjoyed this deal. I thought this was a great deal for both teams. Similar to Dallas Mavericks and Houston Rockets. Last 2 trades were both, okay? A win-win situation. And this is why I think these deals are dragging out. Teams are looking for deals that no one gets highway robbery. Everybody's winning in this. And I think it's fun, okay? And I think it's good that they're working out together and working on, teams are having success dealing with each other. So that's where I want to hear your guys' opinions down below. What'd you guys think of this Jerami Grant going to Detroit? Ooh, baby. Jerami Grant going from Detroit to the Portland Trailblazers. And now, if we talk about the Portland Trailblazers, girlfriend is texting me. You got to think they got to make another move now because Anthony Simons and Damian Lillard, potential backcourt, or Anthony Simons 6-man, Josh Hart and Damian Lillard, Jerami Grant at small forward. Go get yourself a power forward. Jusuf Nurkic as your center, arguably, and you still have a bunch of other players. You could bring back Chris Dunn too, but there's Gabe Brown and Trendon Watford. There's still players on this team that I think people are discrediting, but man, Jerami Grant going to the Portland Trailblazers. How about that? Okay, how about that? Do you guys see this as a win or a loss? That's what I want to hear. Who do you think? Or do you guys agree that this was a good deal for both parties? Okay, that no one actually did lose and no one necessarily lost. I think that's a good way to put it, that no one necessarily won, but no one necessarily lost at the same time. I really do think, because Detroit's trying to go get a running mate with our man, Dame, and they need to get a championship roster to prove to Dame that they can do it. Detroit wanted to get cap space to get a running mate for Cade Cunningham and maybe speed up their rebuild. So for me, I think it was a win-win. It was a good deal. If I had to choose, I think giving up only a future first-round pick is protected in the top 4 is so smart on their part. Yeah, genuinely, I thought they did a good job. I think if we had to say, if anyone, there was no obviously winner. If one of them wins a championship, then obviously that's the one who won the trade, because that's always whoever wins the championship first or it does win. If they both win a championship. I guess they both win, but I guess like you guys are getting what I mean. Either way, I'm done.